Yo, what's popping gang? What's popping gang? Welcome back to Fast Turn FX Home of Blues, another lit video. And today I want to show you where to place your stop loss just to avoid getting stopped out and maybe price going toward your anticipated direction. Alright, and then I'm just going to show you once again when you get stopped out what you should do to maybe get back the loss or get back in the game. Alright, so maybe if the first time you're watching this video, you came across this channel, you might consider sticking around and maybe watch the video till the end, and if you learn something out of this, you might consider smashing that subscribe button and the like button. Or if you don't learn something, then maybe you might consider going back and maybe rewatch the video until you learn something, gang. So let's get started. Alright, so let's just draw this. Let's say that the market is trending up. Alright, so if that's what's up, we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and higher high and higher low. Alright, let's just do this. Let me do that and make this another color. Alright, so now of course most people do this when the market approaches a support, then maybe they do take a buy immediately. Alright, then maybe target all the way up, then stop loss below the previous support like that, and yeah, so that's what's up. Of course you're right again, you're right doing that, but then you just have to wait for market to continue cooking or doing what it's doing. All right, so now after that, of course, let me do something. All right, before that, maybe after that, after taking that your buy entry, sometimes you always see this, the market does this, go up, then now comes down, takes you out, then now goes toward your anticipated direction, which I know it's always annoying, gang. It's always annoying to see something like that. So in order to avoid that, this is what we want to do. All right, let me just show. Before doing that, it's just the same thing. So now we just have to identify what is happening on this lower time frame, this drop over here. All right, this downtrend. Let's just do that. So that means that, of course, in the lower time frame, which means maybe the 15, we will be having a lower high being formed like that, then lower high, just like that. Okay, and then yeah, now this is what's up. So usually I do tell you guys that you have to identify the previous high, and the previous high has to be broken like this. Okay, so that's what's up. So after that, maybe in the 1 hour time frame, you do take your buy entry like that. Of course, your stop loss, let's do that. Your stop loss of course below the previous low, then target all the way up. Right, but then this is sometimes what the market usually does. Maybe it breaks like that, and then it does this. Let's just say, of course, this was the support, another support zone. So the market might break out from that zone, then reverses like this. All right, like that. Let's remove this. Okay, so let's understand this, guys. Most people do this. They make their stop loss below the previous support like that, immediate support like that. Look at that. Remember, this market has a chance, or has to breathe. All right, the market has to breathe. So this is what's up. The market, imagine the market does this, takes you out, then now goes back towards your anticipated direction. That's quite annoying. All right, so the best way you do have to make your stop loss is below the previous low, this low over here. All right, that low. The reason why I do like it that way is because they are always two-way. All right, we have a supply and demand zone. On the upper side, this one is called a supply zone, downside is a demand zone. All right, so it's two-way. We either buy or we either sell in this market. So if this happens, the market manipulates us that it has broken our anticipated resistance with that bullish candlestick in the hourly, then we do take a buy entry, and then after some times we see that the market pulls back on us and does that. All right, so when this market does that and then maybe close bearish, now this time bearish below our demand zone or our support zone like that, then now let's take that L home, but then now we now switch back. All right, so we take that sell immediately, then now our stop loss becomes now the previous high. Now we eliminate that higher, then make it that way. Okay, so now we have now once again our zone over here. This is our supply zone, then now our demand zone which has been broken. All right, so it's either two way, either it breaks up or down, or rather it's either we buy or we sell. So if our buy position was stopped out, that means now the market is going down, so now you have to change direction. So this means that now you have to target the previous over here, so that with that you will have taken care of the losses that you've just made. I don't know if you guys are getting that. The best way to do or to make your stop loss is just like that. You identify two key zones, two key levels, the golden levels, gang. Should I repeat that? You rewatch this video, gang. Identify those main, I don't know, let me just repeat this. Identify those key zones, because this market is not 100% guaranteed. I might be giving you guys signal analysis or focus analysis. That doesn't mean that they will happen 100%. So all you just have to do is just watch out what the market is telling you. If the zones are not respected, then now change with the market. You have to change. You have to change. You can't just be biased on the bulls or biased on the bears. When the market is bullish, but then now manipulates you in for buys, you take your buy position, and then it goes back on you, and then breaks now the previous low. Gang, take that buy loss, then take your sell entry. Do not cry over this. I'm repeating, there is no way you should be losing in this market. You lose, then you gain. That's how it is. Make sure you lose to gain. Gang, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, rewind and watch this video. Alright, it's either two way. Let's talk about selling position. That was a buy. Let me just give you a situation when the market will be manipulating us. So this was the downtrend. Alright, so let's say the market was giving us lower low, this higher time frame, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, then went back for lower high. Alright, so let's remove this lower, that one. So now let's make it like this, with this different color like this. Alright, so now let's take this out. Watch out for this. So now when we go back to the lower time frame, we should be expecting now that higher highs and higher lows are being formed. This is what I'm talking about. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and higher high, just like that. Alright, so now this is what's up. This is what I'm talking about. Let me just do this. Okay, so that is what's happening. So for us to take that sell entry, gang, we just have to identify those previous zones. We just have to identify that this was the previous lower high, lower low. So then we just have to wait for the market to break out from this structure. If it breaks like this, then that is when we do take our buy, our sell entry like that. But with that, gang, let me return that. With that, remember, you also have to identify the previous zone, the previous higher high now, which is now the supply zone. So now we have two key zones, gang, that you should be looking out for. This one over here and this one. Those are the only two zones you should have your eyes on. So it either way, it breaks on the upper side or the lower side. So let's say, of course, we were in a downtrend, we were expecting a break to the lower side. You do that. Bearish candlestick as usual, take your sell entry, target the downside. Do not make your stop loss here. remember, price might still play out like this. Of course, this gang, these market movers, they know, the players, they know that most of people's stop loss are here. So they know that, okay, let's take them out, then bounce off from that resistance, then now that's when they go down. Look at that. So annoying. Alright? So this is it. You make your stop loss above the previous high then. So that means that if this market makes a stupid move against you, makes a stupid move against you, let's say it just did manipulate you on sales like that, then makes a stupid move against you, does this, then break now this high and closes above that high again, above this high, then now remove your sell position, take that loss, make your buy entry there. Then that means the demand zone should be this previous zone that the market turned away or reversed from. Let me just make this come on. What's up? Just like that. Then now target all the way up. But then after that, remember, of course, at this this push to the upper side, expect that the market will also giving us higher high and higher low. So you just have to identify those zones, gang. I don't know if you guys are getting that. It's either we buy or we sell. So if our buy position was a manipulation, gang, look out for any sell entry position. If the sell entry you made was a manipulation, then look out for a buy entry. You guys, I hope you did understand that. Alright, so do not cry when you do take a loss or you do take a buy. Do not cry. Alright, do not cry. Just study the market now, purely price action. I don't care about any fundamentals. Not bash me for that. Just look out for pure price action. Alright, and then take your entry according to the market's direction. Okay, look at this. I did give out some signals on Saturday, but then I did not take entry because market was doing something. Let me just give you an example on NZD card. All right, of course, when I was analyzing that market, I talked about buying position because I saw that the market had already broken from this low over here. I talked about a selling position, I mean. But then I woke up, then found that the market was doing this. There's no way I could have taken that sell position immediately. I had to identify what the market is trying to do. And for that, gang, look at that. I saw a continuation pattern. I've seen that continuation pattern. You can see that is what's happening. And I've just identified this zone to be low. And now we have a high over here. And you can see price is still playing over this zone. So it's either two-way. It either breaks to the upper side for now, reversal to the upper side, or break out from this continuation pattern and let's go back, or let's continue going down. So for now, I'm just watching. I'm not doing anything. I'm watching, gang. I'm not doing anything. Alright? Do not just make entry. I did take a buy on card Swiss franc and then took that profit, and now it's pulling back. I don't care. Look at that. Same. Okay, this is what I'm talking exactly now. Let's do that. Let me just give, this is now the best example that I can give you from that explanation. Now, the market was doing this. Then the market broke out from this zone over here. Most people did take a buy, or most people do take a buy like that, and then make your stop loss below the previous now support like that. Look at that. Then what happened? The market came back, took you out, and then now went up, which is crazy. And what if you did identify, gang, the previous high and the previous low? Look at that. This was another demand zone. That is where I did take my stop loss, then did make my entry there. Look at that. And now that was what's up. That was what's up, gang. Crazy, easy. So there's no way. I believe most people also I've taken a buy entry after this market, guys, it doesn't mean that anytime I talk about a breakout then you do take your entry. It doesn't mean that you have to make your stop loss below that previous immediate low or high. Gang, you'll be taken out. I know, and I believe most people did take a buy here after that price broke out from this zone over here and then made their stop loss here, forgetting that we also have another zone over here and another zone here. So you'll be taken out, then price goes to your direction again. So this is what's up. So for this price to give us bearish change of structure or change of direction, then this joint has to come back like this, then break out from this low. If that happens, then this uptrend is done. It's that simple game. We either buy or you either sell. Alright, you either buy or you either sell. That simple. Let me see, I have done analysis on gold. So gold, I'm waiting for break of structure. Let it break from this side. So you see we have up and down. So if gold does this, comes down, breaks out from this zone, then that is when you should take your sell. And if that does not happen, it has to break out from here and then go back, go and take your buy entry up to here. And if that does not happen, then that means it's not going anywhere. It's just going to do this, just going to range like that or trade sideways. That's what's up, right? GBP USD, I've seen most people are talking about sell entries. There's no problem. Continue selling. Continue selling. You don't know what the market is trying to do. Look at that. I've just identified the structure that I've talked about, gang. We have this high and we have this low. So why do you talk about sell entry when price has not given you a clear direction? Just have to wait. For now, price is still ranging. It's still trading inside this rectangle, ranging, gang, sideways. Why do you want to sell or why do you want to buy? Calm down, gang. Wait for the market to show you the direction that it wants to go to. Alright, so for this GBP USD, I've done my analysis. I'm looking for bull or for buys, gang. Alright, that's what's up. So for me to take that buy entry, it has to break from here. And now, of course, look at this. I've done that. I have to identify previous structure, make your stop loss, then target all the way. Of course, it should go up all the way this high, but then I'm just targeting 134 pips probably. That's what's up. I don't know, I'm even tired of talking, man, but I hope you guys have learned something, man. So if you've learned something, consider smashing that subscribe button, and I will highly appreciate, gang. Alright, I will highly appreciate. So until next time, peoples, amigos, adios, amigos.